Good evening. I forgot to turn my light on. Welcome to Happy Trails Hiking. I'm Kay.
Hi, I'm Matt.
Last week I called myself Matt, but you didn't hear that because the microphone was off. So hopefully we're all good. And good evening. Welcome to Hike 365 Live. And we are going to be reporting on our first week's hikes this week. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. How is everybody tonight? Gary from Life on the Trail is here. So he said he was just stopping by, and DZ is here. You're new to the channel, or I haven't met you before, so welcome, and we're happy that you're here. Yeah, good to be here. First time. Well, welcome. We're gonna go over some of the things for our Hike 365 challenge this year. So we started on week 1 tonight. So A-OK is here. Tack was in a car accident.
Oh dear.
And so she's on bed rest for a few days. So welcome, Tack. We're happy that you're here. Everybody see us okay? I feel like Matt's a little off screen there. I'll scooch in. In the Woods with Wolfie, Chandra Pivo, Marty's crew, got a great hike in. And Lori Bryant and Cliff Reiser are here. So that's awesome. Thank you all for being here this week. And this is our first episode in a weekly series for Hike 365 Live.
Sure enough. So for those of you who might want to participate, but you haven't sent us any miles yet, we do have the link that's still available. So Kay's going to paste this link into the chat. So if you have not yet logged your miles and you'd like to do so, that right there that just came into the chat is the link that you will need to make your report.
Yeah, and we'll log your miles and we'll add them in for next week. So yeah, this is really it's been really neat. We've had 30 people sign up, and that form is to report your miles, not to sign up for the challenge. So no problem. If you haven't signed up for the challenge, you can still do that. I'll get that link here in just a minute, but this link is for reporting your mileage from this week. So Rosie Smith says, never get to chance to get into live videos. So glad you're here. Thank you for coming. And yeah, Tack from A-OK Foraging Adventures, just get well. It's okay. And Armadillo Junction's here. Thanks for coming. All right.
Let's see. Also, just as a side note, we don't know how long we're going to stream tonight, but if you want to get our attention for any reason, do an @HTH in the chat, so that it'll be a little
Happy Trails Hiking.
There you go, @Happy Trails Hiking in the chat. It'll make it a little easier for us to see that.
Right.
So historically, in the live streams that we do together, we've had sort of a happy hour flair that we bring. Now we no longer call it the happy half hour. We're now really focused on the Hike 365 challenge. However, we do have beverages this evening. So if you've got something amusing to drink this evening, maybe it's a nice cold glass of ice water, maybe it's something a little stronger, feel free to share with us what you have. I am drinking a scotch this evening. It's one of my staples. This is a 12-year Glenlivet single malt.
Okay.
What do you got?
I've got a Manhattan. It's made with Maker's Mark and sweet vermouth and bitters, and there's a cherry. It's the reward for getting to the bottom of the glass.
Right.
Yes. Right. Airstream as a Dream is here. I asked in our very first form what was the best way to contact people. And I should have just asked for emails. Right. So Airstream as a Dream asked me to contact them on Instagram, and getting a link from, I don't know, it just didn't work. So Airstream is a Dream. I'm really sorry that I didn't get you a form to report your miles, but we have them now, and you can do that. So that form in the chat is the one to record your miles and report your miles for this week. I will be sending out an email to everyone because I'm asking for emails in the form. So if you are in for the challenge and we're waiting for me to send a form, I sent it from Kay @happytrailshiking.com in that email. So if you did not get that email, look in your spam account, look in your trash. John from Big Crazy Outdoors Adventures said it went to his promotions tab. because it's coming from a business website and because I BCC everybody because I don't want to hand out everybody's email addresses. So, oh, and DZ says he's sipping black velvet Canadian whiskey. Don't judge. No judgment here. This is a judgment-free zone. And within hiking distances here. Hi, Alex.
With a coffee beer. Okay, so like a coffee stout, perhaps, or we've seen some coffee IPAs here.
It's brewed near the Grand Canyon.
Oh well, okay, it's
got
to be good.
Is that where you guys are now? I thought you were. Well, no,
they could have imported it.
They could. Well, that's true. Sorry, they're everywhere. They've been in Death Valley. They spent New Year's Day in Death Valley.
Oh, nice.
So that was fun. Yes, babies. Yeah, babies and alcohol do not mix. So. Yes, cheers, and we will take care of that for you. I'll have one later on this week for you, Airstream. The Idahonian's here. He is our newest challenger.
Outstanding.
For our challenge team. So that's what we're doing. And yeah, okay. So I've said hello to people in the chat. We've discussed beverages.
So
yes.
We should talk about the 50% rule. Okay,
so we've had some questions about one of the rules in the challenge, and that is...
So when we initially unveiled it, the idea was that each hike would be 50% new. And what we found is that it's been really confusing. So what I would suggest is don't worry too much about the exact nuance of the rule. I could probably come up with a scientific formula that you could use, but that would be making it too hard. So let's make it easy. The spirit is we just want you to go new places. We want to go new places because it makes the hike more fun and more interesting to try to go someplace new. So that's the general spirit, is to just try to go someplace new, and don't worry whether it was like 10% new or 75% new or whatever. Just get out, hike, have a good time, and do the best you can, and don't sweat the details.
Yeah, we just want you to get outside and into our parks, promote them, and that's what we're going to do a little bit tonight. Two things from the chat. One, Airstream is a Dream said the baby might be babies, meaning twins.
Oh boy.
So Matt will have a drink for one of you, and I'll have a drink for the other of you, and the twins can just not have drinks. Oh my God. I'm excited about that.
Good luck to you guys.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
And then within hiking distance says Matt, the beers from Grand Canyon Brewing Company. It was a coffee bean stout.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And then, yeah. And DZ's from Las Vegas. We've been there pretty recently in November. So that's cool.
Okay. Nice.
All right. So we've done the 50% rule. Are there any questions about that? I mean, we're making rules, but basically, we just needed to have some guidelines for the challenge so that people would know whether they were able to be in for the challenge or not. So
there's no money involved. You're not going to lose or win a bet.
No, nobody's. And, we think of it as we are all in it as a team, kind of to hike far.
Yeah, I mean,
and to promote our parks, which is so cool. I just think it's really cool.
It's not like a hardcore competition. And we may possibly show you a ranking at some point in time, but it's not a mega challenge, so don't sweat it out.
Okay, they say nope, we're okay with the 50% rule. We got it. Excellent. And then guys, I'm gonna go over. I'm so excited that we have so many people in for the Hike 365 challenge. And that's the wrong.
So that's the reports.
Okay, that's fine. I've got the right one over here, hopefully.
All right, stay with us for 1 second. Kay is looking up the list of all of the teams that are participating. And we actually have somewhere on the order of 30 teams that have signed up to participate.
I got it.
And so it looks like we now have the list.
So I just want to go ahead.
I was going to say it's so many it won't even fit on one page.
Right, I got to scroll down a lot. So I wanted to read the people who are in for our Hike 365 challenge. So these are the folks that have written down that they want to join us to hike 365 miles this year. So channel names: Steph Outside, Cliff Riser, Big Crazy Outdoor Adventures, Chris Acone, Brian Forsyth, who I saw in the chat earlier, I believe. Backpacking with Jason, Shannon Reiser, Marty's Crew, Our Family's Adventures, Washington County News Station, Utah, Skinny G Panda, Budget Bushcraft, Gary from Life on the Trail, Robert from Armadillo Junction, Lori Bryant, Matt and Kay from Happy Trails Hiking, Chillin' with Millen, Steve from Outdoor Nomad, Holly, Maggie Eubanks, Joel Daniel, Lori Lynn, The Last Grown Up in the Woods and Nerding for Nature, Hike with Mike, Alejandro and Penny from Active Dad Lifestyle, Airstream as a Dream, Melvin, Parked America, Vicky M, Katie Daniel, and the Idahonian. So those are the 30 people or 30 channels that are going to be reporting in for our Hike 365 challenge. And so we're just really excited that we have 30 people in. I'm blown away. So thank you all for hanging in. It looks
like Marty's Crew has been promoting it a little bit, so we may yet get some more. So
yeah,
thanks for
awesome.
Thanks to Marty's Crew and anyone else who's been promoting it. We appreciate the promotion.
That's really cool. And if anybody is in the chat and would like to sign up, it's not too late. We're only in, week 1. So, yeah, there's the form to sign up for our Hike 365 challenge. DZ, are you a hiker? Or I just maybe type in the chat just a little bit what your channel's about. I may not read it because we've got a lot to do, but I think people in here would love to know what your channel is about. Marty's Crew says, I've been telling friends. Cool. In the Woods with Wolfie says, oh, he's chasing puppies around. He has new puppies at his house. So he's been, he's been covering lots of miles. So that's fun. All right. Oh, and the Idahonian loves this idea. Cool. All right. What's up next on our agenda here?
So I think you should show the map with all of the push pins of the hikes that we've gotten in. So we've gotten reports from maybe 10 to 15 different channels or teams, whatever. And so Kay made a map on Google Maps that has all of the responses we've gotten so far.
Okay, so you can see, I'm going to move it around just a little bit, so if it jitters, I'm sorry. You can see all of the spots where people have hiked in all of these public lands. So Steph Outside said that he had hiked in a conservation area, and he's up in Canada. So I couldn't just put in conservation area Canada and have it come up. But so that's where he's at. So I didn't have a push pin for him. But we do have Newtown Neck State Park, and you can see it highlighted. Then Pere Marquette Lodge and Conference Center, which is a state park near us. Loxahatchee River Battlefield down in Florida. RV Griffin Reserve down in Florida. Morgan Park. Clarksville Greenway. Buffalo Rock State Park. Fred C. Babcock, Cecil M. something or another, it ran off the page. Powder Valley Nature Center here near St. Louis. Simpson Park near St. Louis. Kanza Prairie Nature Trail over in Kansas. Starved Rock State Park, we've been there, up in Illinois.
Yeah, that's a good park.
Yeah, Parked America did that one. Meadowvale Conservation Area, clear up in Toronto, Canada. And then Pine Glades Natural Area down in Florida. Geary County State Lake, which is over in Kansas as well. And then the Cove Palisades State Park over in Oregon. So I think I'm going to make this one called Week 1, and I'll just change it to Hike 365 Challenge. And then I'll do another layer that says Week 2 and Week 3 and Week 4.
Can you stack them up?
I'm sure I can. I just don't know how.
Okay, we'll figure that out.
I just started playing with this today. So I think that's really, really cool to see where everybody's hiked and to show off those parks and lands and things. And then if you are headed over to those, to that area, maybe you could hike those hikes too, or contact those people who did Griffin. Let me see. Where was Griffin? RV Griffin Reserve. Oh, was that Vicky M? Vicky M, did you do RV Griffin? I'll have to look. I'll look it up real quick. Yeah. But
that's a yes.
Oh, yes. Good. I hiked the Griffin Reserve. Hey, Kentucky Survival. It's good to see you. And people love the map. Yes, I would love to pin Texas for next week. That's awesome, Armadillo Junction. Very excited. So, yes. Nice map. Yeah, I found out that Google Maps would do that today. So, very excited. All right. So, what am I supposed to do next?
Well, we could pull up the table on the blog.
Could do that.
So we actually have more than one URL and more than one channel. So I've been blogging on Healthy Trails 199, which is kind of somewhat, it's a very dormant YouTube channel, but the blog is still very much active.
Want me to pull it up?
Yeah, so go ahead and share that.
So we want to now show you the report of the miles for everybody. That should be right there. Okay, here we are. So hopefully you can see that. And the team names are all here. And you're going to have to read it all out, Matt.
Okay. And so just for the record, the way that the Google form works is you just, whenever you do a hike, go ahead and enter it. And then if you're in the same week and you want to do another hike, then go ahead and just use that same form again. And when I post-process it, I'll do the math. So if you entered more than one, hopefully the number you see is the sum of those two. So these are in alphabetical order. So it looks like starting at the top, Clifton Riser did 13.99 miles, which I believe is the top for this particular week. Gary did 6 miles. Happy Trails Hiking did 9.44. Holly Rouse did 5.8 miles. Justin did 3 miles. Chris Zacconi did 2.5 miles. Lori Bryant did 4 miles. Marty's crew did 5.5 miles. Mike Millen did 3.4 miles. Shannon Reiser did 13.98 miles. Steph Outside did 3.1. I gave you a little upgrade there. And Vicky Marshall did 12 miles. And so the total of all of that is 82.71 miles. So all of us together have hiked, you know, if you were in a car, it would take you a solid hour, perhaps a little bit more, to drive the distance that we have all hiked in the first week. So thanks so much, everyone, for participating so far. And so I think that's probably all we need to show on the blog.
Right. Okay. That's cool. We hit stop then. Chris Oconee came into the room. So hello. Is there anything that I need to catch up on? I guess not. Idahonian, I did put the Google form into the chat, and you should be receiving emails from Kay at Happy Trails Hiking when every week with a new form. So if you haven't received an email from Kay at Happy Trails Hiking, .com, excuse me, k@happytrailshiking.com, then please email me at k@happytrailshiking.com, and I will try to get you, I'll try to get you on my email list. And then, so everybody's still welcome to enter, and we love to have our map workout. I did want to share a few things from people's hikes this week. So if you guys are up for that, stair climbs at the YMCA? No, not really.
Yeah, that's kind of a little outside the scope. But the stair climber really is good to get you ready to go up those hills.
Right, exactly. So we had some awesome people report in, and they shared pictures with us. So I wanted to share those pictures with you at this point. I figure out how I'm going to do this really well. So Marty's crew hiked over in Kansas, and that is the crew right there. Everybody but Marty and his wife. But they hiked in Kansas. And, you know, I never thought of Kansas as having hills. But
it's like, clearly there are at least 2 hills in Kansas.
There are 2 hills in Kansas.
And they have found them both.
And, you know, they sent us some other pictures in the Twitter chat today with some really cool. They hiked along a creek or a river today. It was really neat. So that was pretty fun. And then let's see. Okay, Cliff Riser went on a hike and found these lovely deer. And I thought, oh, it's a deer. That's nice. They're in Florida. And then I was like, oh, there's another deer. Well, that's really nice. And then I realized how close he was probably to them on this trail that he was on. So I was like, oh, 2 deer. That's really cool to see on it. Oh, wait, there's a third one. Well, that was cool. That was really neat. That's really neat to see on a trail in Florida. Wow, there's a 4th one. They just kept coming, Cliff. That was pretty crazy. And they were also calm. I was pretty impressed that they were also calm. And yeah, so that was a neat thing. And then these are from Chris Aconi. And he had some really cool shots. Oh, I guess that's the end of them. But really pretty. I loved this one with the winter wheat or grasses. That was really cool, Chris. So yeah, you hiked in a really pretty area. And when I looked at the map of where his hike was, it's right on the water, whatever that is. And then Lori Bryant sent in these photos. She went hiking along a greenway in Clarksville, Tennessee. And so evidently there's some Cannonball Church along the way. So yeah, really great.
Oh, that one's neat.
Yeah, really pretty pictures. And then that was all of that except for Gary from Life on the Trail sent us a picture from, and it's in the blog. But I didn't get it pulled up here. So let me
just go back to the blog.
I'm getting there. I gotta go down, and it's big all of a sudden. Anyway, yeah, you gotta see this picture from Gary on the blog, because Gary hikes amazing places. It's right there. Look at that. So there's a bridge. And I just want to go to Oregon now. Every time Gary shares a picture, I'm just like, all right, I'll be in Oregon in, 3 days, because it'll take us that long to drive there. So anyway, Gary, thanks for sharing that. And Gary's out to dinner with family because they're a couple hours behind us. So anyway, but thanks for sharing your photos, everybody. That was awesome. And let's see, I lost chat. So let me just run back through the chat really quick. And for the challenge, thank you, Lori, for dropping links. It's the mini crew, Marty says, since it was only the kids. Yeah. And Holscher Fishing's here. Thank you for coming. He said hi twice. I'm sorry, we were not paying attention to the chat. And then Marty's crew asked where Lori and I hiked. Lori is my sister. And so when she was the one who was on the Tallgrass Prairie with hike with me. So, and we got to see Easter bison. And Cliff says that those deer didn't seem bothered by them at all. We've never seen deer. Well, I guess
we have, and we've seen deer that were that calm in parks. It's just not, it's not something that happens every day.
Yeah. So, for those of you that might not have gotten the very beginning of the stream and don't go back and watch replays, we've had some questions about the 50% rule. So will you go back over that one more time? And we're going to get out of here at 30 minutes because we don't have much else to talk about unless you do.
Okay. And we, the other thing you could do is show some of the pictures from our hike, which is on the top of the blog.
That's true. I can do that.
So while Kay's pulling that up, we'll just reiterate the whole 50% thing. We've had a couple of Twitter messages and or emails or whatever. I'm not sure. I'm on all
messages
those,
on the comment
questions
sections
about what does the 50% rule mean, and it was a little bit confusing. So I decided that I could write a very complex scientific formula and send it out to everybody, and then Kay slapped me. And no,
I did not hit him.
No, I was kidding. That's all a joke. It's all a joke. So, but in lieu of providing you with a complex scientific formula, what we said was, well, let's just focus on the intent. The intent here is get out and have some fun, go to someplace new, and
hike and log your miles.
And just hike. So try to hike an average of at least a mile a day. Try to go someplace new whenever you can. That's it.
And Matt is calling us, the people who are doing the challenge team, because we're all combining our miles. Like this week, We got 82 miles, 84
Ish.
miles-ish, 80 some odd miles this week. And so, yeah, I was just, yeah, Kentucky Survival, you can get in on this challenge. You should do this. You could hike this over in Kentucky,
Yeah, so
Pennsylvania,
it's
Kentucky.
roughly a mile per day. Try to go someplace new when you can.
So since you're going to see them on a blog more than, or on a vlog, I won't bore you too long, but Matt and I went on 2 hikes this week. Our anniversary was on the 1st. And so we went over to do a first day hike at Matson Hill. And so these are ferns. I wanted to prove that that things were still green here in January. And then that's one of the trail signs. And then hike number 2 was at Pere Marquette State Park over in Illinois. And we went with our friends, John and Amy from Big Crazy Outdoor Adventures. And that's Abby. And Matt calls her the world's greatest dog because she was pretty fantastic. Thank you, Lori, for dropping the links again. You're awesome. And this picture right here, it's kind of small, but you can see Amy up there and John and Abby, and they're crossing this walk wall.
Yeah, and you do walk on it.
Rock wall. The CCC took and constructed a whole lot of things in shelters and walls and bridges and things over in the Illinois area back in the day, and they're still in existence. So, and then this is our map from yesterday's hike. We went 6+ miles, and Amy swears that it's more up than, it was like 1,100 feet of elevation gain, which is a lot for flat Missouri and flat Illinois.
Well, it's very bluffy there. And it's a fair amount of up and down. But if and we made this map. We just pulled the GPX track off of the Garmin and pulled it into Google Maps. It's pretty cool.
So yeah, and we'll probably head over to the Missouri River and the Mississippi River and the Illinois River more often because there's eagles, bald eagles, and Marty's crew. He saw his first bald eagle like live, not in captivity.
Oh, nice.
In the last couple months, in the last month, I think. But
that's pretty thrilling.
Anyway, so yeah, it was pretty neat, and we really like Matt's an Eagles fan, not the football team, but
the band.
He likes the band too. Anyway, so is there any question last month? Yep, he says. So are there any questions for us? We really, really, really want to have people come on, and I will probably start contacting some of the people who said that they were in for the challenge and that they would like to be on a live stream to kind of talk about your hikes and things. So, yeah, if you want to come on our live show on next Sunday, we would love to have some people on.
Maybe just one channel per week, because we're going to be doing this all year long.
We don't want to wear it out.
Yeah, if you want to jump on a stream with us, we'd like to have you, and we'll think in terms of maybe one per week.
Right. Yep. That's cool. We have a couple hundred bald eagles coming every winter in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Really neat to watch. Oh, that would be really, really neat. Okay. All right. Gonna heck it out for sure. I think he meant check. But that's all right.
Whatever.
Awesome.
It's all good.
Hey guys, we've been on here for 30 minutes, and we truly appreciate all of your support and excitement about this challenge. And we were really kind of worried at the very beginning that people were going to be like, no, why would I want to do that? You're not paying me. But you guys have been really, really excited about it, and you can join at any time. And we just really want. Oh, you just signed up. Great, Rosie Smith. That's awesome. I'm very excited to have you. And I'm very excited. And I will be looking for an email from kay@happytrailshiking.com to report your miles for next week. And I'll get that out as soon as I possibly can. And I will be live tomorrow morning with our January health challenge. So we've got another challenge going on. Just trying to talk about health, happiness, and hiking in the great outdoors. So thank you for helping us promote our public lands and promote hiking and being happy.
All right. Well, happy hiking, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for coming. And we'll see you tomorrow.